Alright, so in this video, I'm going to break down some things that I did to develop mental toughness for real estate. But not just for real estate. If you're going to start a YouTube channel or whatever you're going to do, there's a few key things that are really going to help you when you're trying to grow your business, because let's be honest, it's not easy and you have to have that mental toughness to be successful. So if you're interested in how to be successful at business and develop that mental toughness, then stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this video. What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Franchesca King, and if this is your first time to this channel, make sure you head on over and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications while you're there so you get notified every time I upload a new video just like this one, showing you everything about how to grow your real estate business, from starting a YouTube channel to mindset and everything else that you're going to need to be successful. Alright guys, in this video I'm going to talk about some things that Richard, my partner, and I did to develop a certain mental toughness for real estate. And when I say for real estate, really it's any career that you're going to choose, but obviously I'm a realtor, so I'm focusing in on real estate. And I want to talk about really those YouTube videos. When you're starting a YouTube channel to grow your business, there's a few key things, because let's be honest, I can tell you everything I did, which I am, step by step, exactly how I did these videos that generate probably 100 leads a week, and I'm talking qualified leads, not just crappy leads from Zillow or something like that. But I could show you step by step, tell you everything I did, and you still wouldn't be able to do it unless you develop a certain mental toughness. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I did that worked for me. So, I just kind of want to start with, really, when Richard and I first started our YouTube channel, it was super tough. We definitely hit some bumps along the way, and I really just turned on the camera and would just roll with it, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep this camera rolling even though I'm camera shy and I'm messing up what I'm saying, and I'm just gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it until I get it right, and I'm just gonna keep editing these videos and putting them up so that I have content that's on the channel every week. I had the drive, I had my why, but Richard, on the other hand, struggled a little bit more than I did when we were doing these videos. He was, very camera shy, more camera shy than I was, and if you meet him in person, he's not shy at all, and especially when it comes to real estate, he will chat your ear off and build you a house if you like. He comes from a builder background. He's always loved construction, things like that. So when it came time for us to start shooting these videos, he really would get tongue-tied and just tripped up and got frustrated and didn't want to do it and would throw his hands in the air, and I was just like, I'm gonna do it then. So you go over there, I'm gonna go finish this video because we have to do this and we have to be persistent and we have to get this video up. So the first thing that I think really helped me was, first of all, I was reading Think and Grow Rich, and if you haven't read it, I highly recommend reading Think and Grow Rich at least 5 times. I don't know if you've ever heard of Bob Proctor, but I study Bob Proctor and watch as many of his YouTube videos as possible, and he talks about reading Think and Grow Rich on a daily basis. He had been studying it his whole entire life. Unfortunately, recently he passed away, but he was a really great man who taught a lot of people about mindset, and I really learned a lot from him. So I read Think and Grow Rich like 5 times, and the first thing that is so important is you have to have your why. So you can't just say, okay, I'm going to start this YouTube channel, I'm gonna get all these leads, I'm really gonna grow my business. Like, the first place that you have to come from is why. And for me, it was, we live in Central Florida, obviously, and I want to live on the coast. So does Richard, and we want to raise our kids on the coast, and we also want to raise our kids traveling all the time. We want to show them the world. So really, not just for the money, but really the experience is my why. I want to live on the coast, I want to live on the water somewhere, maybe the intercoastal, and I want to travel and show my kids the world. So it's a big why, and you have to know what yours is. So if you haven't taken the time to sit down and think about what your why is, you definitely need to do that. And the other thing is, once you have your why, that's going to give you your drive when you want to quit, right? And then you have to have your determination that you're gonna make this work. But the second thing that I did was, in Think and Grow Rich, they talk about finding your why and writing it down basically in a gratitude statement and reading it every day. So first you have to figure out how much money you want to make. And I came up with the goal of making $1 million. So I wanted to make $1 million in a year. So I wrote down my goal, and just for an example, I'll go ahead and tell you mine, because it has to be in the form of a gratitude statement. Think about how much money you want to make, break it down over 12 months or whatever it is, And then Bob says, put a date on it. So I put a date on mine and I said, I'm so happy and grateful now that I easily earn blank a month helping people from all over the world buy and sell real estate. And I'm helping realtors grow their business all through my YouTube channel by such and such a date. So you have to talk about what you want, and you have to talk about how you're going to achieve it and what you're going to do to get it, because you have to give some kind of a service to get it. And so I wrote it on a note card, and I put a note card in my purse. I put a note card in my book. I put a note card at my mirror where I put my makeup on and stuff, because I'm there every morning, and I try to look at that and repeat it several times a day. Another thing too about this goal card or mission statement, gratitude statement, whatever you want to call it, but Bob Proctor says put it on a goal card. And the other thing that he says about this goal is to make it something that truly feels unattainable. So if making $1 million a year feels like it would be really attainable for you, definitely shoot higher than that. But the other thing is, I was watching Peggy McCall, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with her, but she studied under Bob Proctor as well. He was a mentor of hers, and she always says things and always uses the word easily. So I always say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I easily earn $100,000 a month or whatever it is. And when you think about these things, you have to think that they're easy to attain, even though you don't know how you're gonna do it. It doesn't matter. But the other thing is that I started doing affirmations, and affirmations are super good because, in Think and Grow Rich, it talks about, faith and how you have to have faith that you can accomplish these things and that you can do this. You have to have faith that you can start the YouTube channel. You have to have the faith that you can do these videos every week. But in order to get the faith, if you don't have it yet in yourself, is to do affirmations and say them repeatedly over and over, day after day after day. So I always do affirmations in the morning, and if you're struggling with videos or you're struggling with mindset, affirmations are a great way to fix that problem. And when you say your affirmations, another thing to remember is you have to put emotion in it. So it talks about in Think and Grow Rich, you can't pray without having the feeling, and that, if you don't feel like, you have to feel the gratitude and imagine that you already have the thing that you're saying. So you have to imagine that your YouTube channel is already successful and feel the gratitude of having all those clients call you, and get that feeling and then say your affirmation. You have to say them out loud, and it's just a thing that you do every single day. So I had some affirmations around the channel and the YouTube channel and my performance in the videos and things like that, but every morning I start with doing affirmations, and I always have something about my business in there. And one thing I learned from Jake Ducey, he always says, God's abundance works miracles in my life every day. So I would say that God's abundance works miracles in my life every day. I would say God's abundance works miracles in my life every day. The new channel succeeds and prospers beyond belief. It is amazing. So that's another one that I added. I got that from Jake Ducey, and he would always say that when he goes to do his affirmations, he actually puts so much powerful emotion in him that he yells it at the top of his voice and says his affirmation with so much feeling, like, my new YouTube channel is going viral and it's amazing. Things like that. I know it sounds silly, but these are things that I would do, and believe it or not, it works if you just trust the process. But doing this will definitely set you up for success when you're starting your YouTube channel. The other thing that I would do, and that I highly recommend you do for anything in life that you want, whether it's the house that you're working hard for, or the life or the lifestyle, or if it's the YouTube channel, the money, but you have to spend time every day visualizing yourself already having the things that you're trying to achieve. So I would sit there, and I like to meditate, but I would sit there and meditate and imagine myself working out of my house that's on the beach or on the intercoastal with the water outside. I would imagine my studio, that's my office where I'm making these YouTube videos. I would imagine myself for a little bit doing deals on the beach, things like that. But you have to start visualizing these things if you want to receive them. But the other thing is that you just have to develop a morning routine. So to be successful, I think with anything in life, doesn't have to be real estate, doesn't have to be YouTube, but you have to have a good morning routine. So a good morning routine looks like this to me, and this is what I've implemented that's been super helpful for me, is I wake up, I do my affirmations, I write them down, I repeat them, I say them, and then I spend some time meditating, whether it's 10 or 15 minutes or if it's an hour. I used to meditate for an hour all the time. Now I'm just kind of busy and I don't have an hour all the time, but I try to find somewhere between 15 minutes and like 45. And I try to just visualize all of these things that I'm trying to attract and bring into my life. So I see myself in my house that's on the water. I see myself doing YouTube videos. I see myself helping realtors grow their YouTube channel, things like that. And then the last thing that I do is I read some kind of a book that's motivating for at least, probably like 30 minutes or 10 pages. But, I read Think and Grow Rich. I read Money and the Law of Attraction. So many books. And if you ever want a book referral, just ask me. I'd love to give it to you. Just comment below and I'll give you some books to look into. But these are the things that I did to develop a tough mindset when I was doing these YouTube videos. When I wanted to give up, I remembered to read Persistence and Think and Grow Rich. It talks about having the persistence and thinking about your goal and not giving up, and how, there's a story they tell in Think and Grow Rich where this guy was basically digging for gold, him and his uncle, and they couldn't get to the gold, and they were digging and digging, and they had borrowed money from friends and family and stuff to get the equipment they needed to dig for this gold, and they ended up stopping because they couldn't get to the gold. And then he owed all of these people money for the money he had borrowed to get the equipment and stuff. So they gave up and they quit and they took all of their stuff and went home. And then another guy came out and he looked where they had been digging. He dug just a little bit. He was a little bit further. It says in the book only a few feet further, and he found gold. So the moral of the story is, when you fail going, try and try again. And you have to want something so bad that you're so persistent that nobody can tell you you're not gonna get it. When I started doing these YouTube videos, my family wanted to put in their 2 cents, wanted to tell me what I was doing wrong, told me that I should go interview restaurant owners and talk about great restaurants in town, etc., etc. It went on and on and on. And I refused to listen to them because I knew that I was doing something that was gonna work. It just needed time. So eventually my family went from giving me their 2 cents about what I should be doing in the videos to them congratulating me when I hit milestones. When I hit that first 1,000 subscribers and I was able to monetize my channel, that's what really kind of quieted the noise from the family. So whatever you do, learn how to develop persistence, and highly recommend that you read Think and Grow Rich. It's a great book. It will get you really far in this industry and on YouTube. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me, make sure you comment below, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye, guys.